Cup of noodle. Hi guys, so today I'm going to start just like a little taste testing of these cup of noodle type soups. They do come in the cups like I just mentioned, but Maruchan, Nissin, obviously the different brands. Cup noodles is Nissin brand if you're looking for the actual cup noodles. Some people will call them oodles of noodles, and I think that's because it used to say oodles of noodles on there, but it might be a different brand. I don't even remember right now. All I know is these are the more popular brands. So I have a few of the new flavors. I have some on order from Amazon, and there are some that still aren't here in the US. If you follow these guys like on Instagram, which would be fun to do because they always have like different little recipes how to doctor up their noodles, and they show you the new ones that are coming out. There are other kimchi flavor ones. There's Korean army stew, which would be awesome. I forgot how to pronounce that in Korean, what it's called, but they have those flavors. They're not here yet. Well, the kimchi might be, but the Korean army stew, which I'm looking forward to, is not. But I do want to, real quick before I try, I'm going to try one every day basically, so this video is going to go on for a little while as far as I'm not going to obviously sample all these. Spoiler alert, my son tried the miso flavor yesterday and didn't really like it. It's not just a different flavor, it's also the different noodle. It's a little bit thicker supposedly. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to show you these really quick. If you have a Daiso or H Mart, I think also sells these. These are little tiny noodles. As you can see, it's like a small pack, like a snack size supposedly. But if you've ever seen the noodles they put in here, the amount of noodle, it's very similar, right? The little cake that's in here it's not full. The whole cup isn't full of noodles. It's like this little disc that just falls to a certain spot here, and then you fill it up with water. But I'll show you that when I open one. So it's a good amount, and these are super cheap. So, and they're really good. They have a really, really nice, like, deep ramen broth flavor. It's interesting because they're so cheap and everything, but the flavor is really good. So this is mini instant noodle, Tokyo noodle. Just add hot water. It tells you can eat them just like this because the flavor is on the noodle. I don't know if you can see that. So these are cool. I did also get the top ramen, which is Nissin brand, which is funny. I didn't realize that. I always call top ramen, and Nissin was separate, but in the soy sauce flavor. So again, this is Nissin. Maruchan also has a soy sauce flavor. So these are the cup noodles I will be trying for you guys. We have sesame chicken flavor, which I think it's new. I haven't seen this. They also have souped up, what they call souped up noodles. It's in a cup, a little taller. Hopefully you can find those too, but those also have fun flavors. So you have sesame chicken, miso, which it says udon. You see that? So the noodle itself is supposed to be thicker than the noodles that are normally in here. And maybe I can show you, well, at the end here. Soy sauce flavor. I already saw one review on this, or yeah, several reviews, but somebody said it's not salty that you would think soy sauce is salty, but at the same time, these things have so much salt in them, I don't need it to taste super salty. I think we're good. So that's that one. Okay, lemon pepper I just threw in because it says it's new. It's not an Asian kind of flavor. I mean, it's lemon pepper, but I thought we should try it out since it is new. This is by Nissin. And then this last Maruchan one is the chicken tortilla, which was new to me. I don't know, I guess it's probably been out for a while. My husband tried this one yesterday and did not like it. And I did like it. I take a little sip of it. So, you know, I don't know, maybe once I eat a whole thing, I might change my mind. But I'll let you guys know. But I did want to show you about the noodles. So how this one says udon. I don't know if you can see the thickness of that noodle is a little bit different than the regular noodles you're used to. And then this morning I had gone to Walmart. These are all from my Albertsons, my local grocery store. And at Walmart they did have the Nissin hot and spicy fiery beef, which I haven't tried yet, so I thought this is new for me. No added MSG. I don't know what that means, because does that mean just no extra MSG? I was trying to read it. It doesn't say too much about it, but I didn't see MSG in the ingredients there. And then this one is Maruchan Taste of Asia. So the Taste of Asia ones are the ones that come out with like tonkatsu and all these different good flavors. So this is the kimchi ramen by Maruchan. So we'll try one every day, and I'll be right back. I'll choose one to try today, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, first I'm going to do sesame chicken today. Why not? I haven't tried that yet, so hopefully it has a sesame chicken flavor to it, not just, you know, still tasting like, I'm telling you, the miso one still tasted kind of like just beef flavor. So, I don't know. And yeah, I actually had little beef pieces in it, so maybe that's why. I thought it was just going to be regular miso broth like anything else when they do a miso paste or powder, I guess. So again, I'm just gonna add hot water, obviously, like you always do, to that line there. And I just wanted to show you guys what I was talking about as far as how much noodle they actually give you. They really kind of make it so it's hard to, I can't show it. But if you give it a squeeze, you can feel it. The noodles stop here. It's just like a disc that goes in there, and then it's obviously gonna puff up once it gets water. But the noodles start where they start, right here, and they go to like right here. So it's just a disc that's maybe an inch thick. So that's what I'm saying. Those little soups that I got for my daughter, she loves them. Basically that little pack that I showed you earlier, the snack size. That's all it is. It's the same thing. But okay, so regular noodle, nothing different about that. It looks like it has some little green onion, little carrot. Looks like that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put my boiling water in, and I will come back to give it, and then let it sit for 3 minutes covered, and then we will taste them. Okay guys, and since I only do things authentically, you know, I have a little spoon here and I have some chopsticks. I always put like a plate or an upside down bowl on top just to keep the lid down. I don't know. Is that something you do? Let me know. Oh, when I said no added MSG, it says here in little writing that it has amounts of naturally occurring glutamates, okay guys? They're not adding any more. It already naturally has MSG. Alright, let me open this up. I'm just joking. If anybody wants to say, you know, obviously I'm kidding. Okay, so that's how they look. I haven't messed with it at all. And you know what? What am I doing? I'm doing things left-handed. I'm going to hold this with my right hand. I was just a little too lazy to bring out my tripod to change it up for this rather than crafts that I normally do. But I usually let these go for like 10 minutes, to be honest, because I just like them to be a lot softer and less hot, you know. But here we go. Nice little broth. It doesn't smell, it smells like the chicken base that they always use. The flavor is different. See, I think the flavor is different. My husband's like, these taste the same. Let me see. Okay, what I'm going to do is taste a little bit of the broth. And you can doctor it up, you know, maybe add a little sesame oil, maybe some sesame seeds, roasted sesame seeds. I had some chicken. My husband ate it yesterday, and I was like, what are you doing? I was going to use that tomorrow for my video. So he'd already thrown it in his noodles. So it was just... Okay. So where their chicken one is just like salty and, you know, the basic chicken flavor they always do. This one is not salty. It has a nice kind of roasted flavor. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm going to say not salty. And it's very thin, the broth. And maybe you can see that. You know, where the other one has like little bits that are still like maybe even like bouillon. I don't know. But this is like really well done as far as the broth goes. I like the flavor. I don't know if it tastes like sesame chicken, especially because whenever I eat sesame chicken, it's breaded, and it has a little, you know, I don't know, some people don't bread it. I guess it depends on how sesame chicken is made around where you are growing up, you know. But the noodles, I'm assuming, are just like basic like they always are. Let's see here. Oh gosh, it's getting too steamy. Yeah, still tastes a little wooden, a little, you know, the way the noodles taste. Same thing. I like it. I like this one. If I was to buy it again, I'd probably buy this over the regular chicken one. But the chicken one has like that home heart, you know, just what you remember, right? With the little corn and the little carrot. So obviously if you like that, you like that. It's not spicy at all. Like I said, it just has a little warm kind of nutty flavor. So it does have a different profile, let's say, than what you're used to if it was a chicken flavor. So kind of like a chicken, maybe, no, not oriental. I was gonna say maybe it's a cross between chicken and some of the beef or pork, which is basically their oriental flavors. But no, it tastes better. I like this. Oh, what I was gonna mention real quick, and I don't want to bore you guys. I make a recipe that I've been making for tons of years. I got it from like a Betty Crocker like 10-minute recipe book, but except I changed it completely. I don't even know how I based it off of her recipe because what she's asking is totally different other than the vegetables I put in. So what I do is I'll take a couple chicken breasts and you kind of just cut them up however you want. Usually I do strips because it's easier to pick up with chopsticks and you don't want chunks, you know, like in your noodles. It's still a noodle recipe, okay? You're using top ramen or Marchand noodles, whatever, but the box, not these kind. I mean, the kind that come in the packages, right? So you're going to saute some chicken as much as you like. I usually do like 2 or 3 chicken breasts depending... Oh, I was doing a craft, sorry. Depending on how many people are eating it, and for my family, it's usually 5 of us now. So 2 or 3 chicken breasts cut up in strips. You want to salt and pepper it just to give it some flavor. So then you saute it. I pretty much cook them all the way through. And then to that, I'm going to add, you know, in a little oil, kind of in a big pan. And then I add 3 or 4 chopped up green onions, you know, just like 1-inch pieces. 1 bell pepper cut into, you know, chunks, and then a head of broccoli, as much as you want. Everything that I'm telling you is as little or as much as you want. You're like, bell pepper, don't put it, you know. So broccoli head, I just chop it up into, you know, smaller pieces. Good chunks, but smaller pieces. So after you saute your little meat and get that cooked through, put in the vegetables. I kind of mix it up just so that they get mixed in. And then you're going to break apart like 3 or 4, well, it depends on who you're serving, right? So for me, It used to be 2 packages and now it's 3 packages. Well, now it's 4 packages of beef flavor ramen noodles. I think the recipe initially asked for pork to be cooked and then you add in the chicken flavor noodles. I don't know, but I do it differently, completely differently from what they say. So now, and then on top and I always break up my noodles a little bit, but you can just put them in the big chunks. Obviously you want to make it a little bit easier to get in there. So you add in the 4 packs of noodles. Like I said, I kind of break mine in quarters just so that they're like chunks. And then go ahead and sprinkle the flavor packages. So the 4 packs that you're going to have beef flavor noodle ramen powder. You can have this recipe, of course. And then you're basically going to add water, not the way you would normally. Like if it's 2 cups of water for a pack of ramen, right? So you make your actual noodle soup. You're only going to add like 1 cup, a little bit less than 1 cup per pack. So usually for something like that, if I'm using 4, I'll add in 4 cups of water. You can even do a little bit less. But you want it to obviously be enough to to soften your noodles and then get, you know, the broth going. But not so much that it's soup, because this is noodles. When you're silver it up, I think I've Instagrammed it before, it's dry noodles. So yeah, you just put that water over on top, and I kind of push down the noodles just to make sure they're in the water, because by that time you have the chicken and all the veggies at the bottom, right? So I kind of make it so that the noodles are touching the water. Put a lid on it and let it go for 15 minutes or so, you know, and simmering. And I'm not kidding, it is amazing. Now you can add a little soy sauce too if you want. I forgot about that. Maybe a tablespoon or 2. Not too much, because it's already going to be salty as it is. But it always gives a little flavor. And yeah, once you lift the lid, you know, every once in a while I'll come over and kind of give it a mix just to make sure the noodles are really getting the water. But after that, it's going to be amazing. I love it. The kids love it. Everyone who's I've fed it to loves it. It's great. But okay, so these were pretty good. Tomorrow let's try another one and we'll go from there. Okay guys, today we're going to try soy sauce flavor. I'm just going to start with the new ones and the ones that I just, like, I did want something spicy today, but that's okay. So it's supposed to have an udon type noodle. I was just kind of reflecting on that one I ate yesterday. It was not salty like at all. I guess you know, everyone doctors up their stuff however they would like. Oh my gosh, of course this things. And I don't know, it's just not something you normally say about these kinds of things, right? That it's not salty. That's unheard of. Okay, this is not going well for me. One hand. But let's see. Like I said, I already saw reviews of the soy sauce ones. People saying it's not very salty, what you would expect from soy sauce, right? Flavor. And let me take a quick. It smells like soy sauce. Straight up, which is not horrible. The reason I smelled it is because people were complaining about the, I think it was sriracha chicken flavor, is that right guys? And something new that came out, I guess maybe last year, I don't know. And I was gonna order them, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to get a whole like crate of them from Amazon, because that's the only place I've seen it. And everyone was like, oh, the smell is so bad, I couldn't even get past the smell. Like they couldn't stand the smell of it to even go to eat it, which is kind of funny. They said it was very tomato based and then just like horrible. Well, anyway, let's let this sit for a few minutes and we'll try them out. Okay, I kind of left it alone, and when I came in here, it smells good. Yeah, it smells like soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil kind of smell to it. Very light coloring. Let's see here. So my son had tried the miso one already, so that was one thing. And supposedly it also has the udon noodles, but let me switch this out to my other hand. Okay, so obviously the noodles are thicker. Hopefully you can see that. Pretty good thickness. Very light color, you would think, for soy sauce. It might be a little deeper color, but usually coloring's fake anyways, that doesn't matter. Okay, tastes okay, salty. I think that's salt. I don't know how much more salty these people want this. Let me see. Like yesterday's was very thin broth, and this is another thin broth, but yesterday's was not very salty. The I already forgot which one it was, but you guys remember. You guys just saw, you'll remember. Oh, I like it. That's good. I brought out some sriracha to throw in there, but I don't know if it's gonna mess up my flavor. I have gochujang, I have all kinds of different spices, but let me just put a little bit, just for a little kick. Even though I really like the soy sauce flavor by itself, so I might have just messed this up. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like whenever you add soy sauce to rice, you know, it's just that little bit salty, nutty flavor. Let me see. Actually, that made it way better. Oh my gosh. Okay, That's really good. You saw how much I put in there. It's a little spicy, but it just gives it a really nice flavor. But anyway, I'm gonna eat this up. Let's try the noodle, I guess, for you guys. And then I'll move on to tomorrow's in the next clip. Sorry if I bored you guys with my recipe. I hope you guys try it, the recipe I gave you with the chicken. That's a nice noodle. You know, it depends on how long you leave it, if you want it more al dente or however, but it does have a better bite than the regular noodle. Obviously, the regular noodle is very thin, so if you like those, that's great, but this is a nice noodle. I mean, it tastes like the other ones, just a little thicker. All right. The packet. Or did you report it in?
I was gonna say,
okay.
I was trying to.
Well, my son opened this, and I only had one of this one, so this is a fiery beef. Oh, just bring back whatever that is. He put in the microwave with the water because I guess that's part of the instructions here. Wait, you can squeeze it in because my hands are busy. Okay. So there's a dry packet and then there's powder. And this is some kind of oily, wet pack, right?
Sure.
Okay, so give me chopsticks. They're in the other drawer. All right, I guess we're going to test this one out because I don't want to go back and buy another one. So I only had one of this one. So let's give it a mix. I'm assuming you mix it. You mix it.
Yeah.
Okay. It smells really good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll explain a little more with the Taste of Asia, the Maruchan one. But yeah, it said just to microwave it. And it is a paper bowl, which I'm a fan of. I don't really like that styrofoam. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to taste this. It looks really spicy. Let's see. It's pretty good. It's salty. Oh, it's spicy. I'm gonna let you. You want to eat that noodle?
Yeah.
You're gonna eat it out of this bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the point is to taste it, but I'll go ahead and taste it then. Let me see about this. This is a very thin noodle. It's thinner than... It's more like a round noodle, where the other ones are kind of squarish. It's good. Very spicy. It has bits of green bean, it looks like. Right? Or is it supposed to be green onion? It looks more like green bean. It looks like green bean. Weird. Well, I mean, I guess you could read that.
Yeah,
it has tomato. Really nice. So I was going to mention the other one I just made, the soy sauce, had bits of chicken and carrots in it, which I forgot to mention yesterday. But here it is. It looks good. I mean, it's obviously a larger amount. They do cost more than your regular noodle bowl, but there it is. That's the hot and spicy fiery beef by Nissin. Okay guys, so today we're going to try miso. Like I said, I already had a little sip of it. It tasted very beefy. It does have little beef chunks in it with the carrot. And it's supposed to be the udon type. I already boiled the water, so hopefully we can just get right on it. I do have some sauteed onions and mushrooms that I made a couple days ago. Maybe yesterday, I can't remember when I grilled some steak. So I think I'm gonna throw those in, but I'll taste it naturally, just the way it comes. Not natural, but just the way it is. And then, and I'll put those in just for having something extra. But as you can see, it has plenty of powder in there. Let me smell it. It smells like miso. It has that little kind of, yeah, little miso paste scent. Let me see what we got here. Okay. Yeah, plenty of stuff on the counter. I left all the soups on the counter. That's what I'm telling you. My son just came in and grabbed one. So I was like, oh no. I guess I should have put them away and brought them out one by one. But since they were sitting there reminding people that they're delicious and ready to go, you know, they had to taste them. Okay, so I'm going to cover this up. Give it 3 minutes. We'll taste it and then I'll put my extras on it or in it. Okay. I really don't know how long it's been. I just walked away and went and did some stuff on the internet. So hopefully it's been a few minutes. Let's see. Still a little bit firm, but I think that's okay. And I'm just trying to give it a good mix. Let's see here. Yeah. And I'm already getting the feel. Okay, so the soy sauce one, after I ate it, it left kind of like a film in my mouth. And I don't know if it has a little fat or what it is. But I didn't want to say much because I put the sriracha in there. And you never know, maybe sriracha gave it some kind of reaction that made that happen. But this one's doing the same thing. So maybe it has a little oil in there, obviously. Noodles are nice and soft. Thicker, like we discussed with the soy sauce. It just tastes like very thin, the beef flavor they normally do. A little less salty. So less salty than the beef flavor, but very much like that flavor, just very faint. know what I'm saying? Like when you drink miso, I don't know, it has a hint of miso flavor, I'll say, but not much. So it's okay. And like I said, I had some onions and stuff that I can throw in there. They probably don't look too great. Yeah, they look gross, but it's just sauteed onions and mushrooms. And I put it in this to-go box because the other day when we had gone to get some Thai food, they gave me too many boxes for the leftover food. And basically the girl's like, well, they're just gonna toss it out. So I just brought it home. So I had a nice clean little to-go box to use. And I had it sitting on the counter, so I decided to use it for these things. But I'll just get some out. I'm doing this with one hand and I'm doing it with my left hand. And I'll just add them in here. And wait till they warm up, of course. I'll add more than that because I have lots of them. Unless I make more steak, maybe. But I'm just going to mix that in. Let those warm up. Have some onion. This delicious little onion here. And mushroom. Well, the onion warmed up real fast. Yeah, that tastes good. All right, so let's keep an eye out. I guess we just have a few more flavors to do, and then I'll get this uploaded. Okay, so we're almost done. I still have lemon pepper, chicken tortilla, and the kimchi. But just yesterday I went to my grocery store and they had spicy miso ramen, or the Taste of Asia Maruchan noodles, and then the Sukiyaki Ramen. I'm like, oh, I gotta try that. So these will be a little bit later. I think today we're gonna do the lemon pepper because, I don't know. Did we already do chicken tortilla? I don't know. I feel like we didn't, but maybe we did. So I have the water heating up. I'm just gonna open this up real quick. It's just your basic noodle, that little thin noodle they always use. I tried to dig in on this. Again, I keep using my left hand for these things. I don't know why. And then try to peel this back so we can see what it looks like. Lemon pepper chicken. It has little chunks of chicken I can see. Maybe pepper or tomato. It smells like chicken bouillon. A little spicier than chicken bouillon by itself, but that's kind of what it smells like. And yeah, it says with other natural ingredients. It looks like it's supposed to be little pieces of bell pepper, maybe not. I don't think it's supposed to be spicy peppers. And I'll add in our water and let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'll come back and give it a taste for you guys. Okay, so let's open this up. So it does say it has dehydrated lemon peel and red bell pepper. And egg white. So that's another thing, guys, be careful if you are obviously allergic to eggs, and people would know that who are, because they would know to look into that. But let's see here. Kind of smells like their basic chicken flavor, but it does have a little citrusy aroma to it. So let's see. Again, you know how I said, like, sometimes, like, the miso ones are nice and clear. Like, this stuff always looks kind of chalky or like crumbly. I don't know. Okay, it's definitely a different flavor. There is a lemon flavor coming through. So it's kind of like their chicken, but with a little bit of lemon flavor in it. Trying to see if I get a pepper flavor. A lot of lemon, which is really nice. And I don't know if it's artificial or how they get the lemon flavor in there. But like I said, it does say it has lemon peel. It does have dried parsley and ground black pepper. I don't really see the ground black pepper, but I'm sure it's in there. Let's try the noodles. Of course, they're your basic noodle they always come with, but let's see. Yeah, so the noodle, you know, a little salty. And when I say cardboard, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like their basic noodle. Nothing fancy about it. It's good. I probably prefer this actually over their regular chicken flavor just because it's something different. But okay, I'm gonna eat these up and we'll try another one tomorrow. Okay guys, today we have these 4 left. Basically, I want to try the spicy miso. I'm not in a super spicy like kimchi ramen mood. So these have flavor packets and I gotta open them up. And you can microwave this or you can just pour the boiling water in there like I've been doing. Oh my gosh, this is like, there's that. I do have some leftover katsu chicken that we ate last night, but my son is going to eat it. Oh my gosh. For his lunch. What is going on here? There. And so I would have just kind of topped it on there, or at least had it on the side, but not today. I'm only mentioning that because I'm literally working on that right now. So it has the 2 packets. So you're gonna open it up. You have your seasoning packet, then you have the packet with like the little fun stuff, which looks like corn. some dried chili bits. Sorry, I was just trying to get close there. And it does say that it has chicken flavor, so I'm assuming there's like dehydrated chicken in there. And it looks like green onion. Oh, the chicken, the last one that we ate, I had mentioned, one second, let me put this down here so I can turn off the water. Sorry guys. Yeah, it's a great visual there. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pour in these things. The little sweet peppers, the little red peppers that were in it were so good. They're really, really sweet, not spicy at all, and a lot of them. So I'm putting in the whole packet. This packet looks like it has the green onion in it because it wasn't in this little packet. And you can also put the water in and then put it in the microwave. I'm just gonna put the boiling water in like I normally do any other thing here. And I'll just pour this up to the line and I'll show you kind of what that looks like, and then we'll wait about 3 minutes before we try them out. Let me see here. It smells really good. It smells like little chicken bits, and it smells like the chili that's in there, or pepper. Alright, well I'm going to cover it up just like I've been doing, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I have to show you that leftover katsu. I just like to heat it back up in like my little Wolfgang Puck convention oven because it sounds crispy. You hear that sizzling? So good. But alright, that's for my son. Okay, let's try this out. It's probably been more like 5 minutes. I had other things to do. Nice firm. I do like that this is a paper bowl. Why can't they just do that for the other ones? Something that biodegrades. Ugh, that styrofoam drives me nuts. Like I said, I typically don't even buy those, to be honest. But okay. I just saw the new flavors. I was like, I need to try them. Let's see here. I think the last time we bought them was when we had the RV. Just something to have just in case like something was to mess up in our RV. We had, you can heat up some water and you'll still eat something, right? But anyway. Alright, let's see here. The noodles are nice. They're kind of a little whiter than your regular noodle. I don't know if you can see that. It's not udon or anything. They're just slightly different. And the noodle actually has flavor. You know, and the rest of them I'm like, it has that little cardboardy taste, and then obviously the broth or whatever you want to call it is there. That noodle had a lot of flavor on it, and it was dry. You saw that. Now let's see this. It's not as clear as some of the other ones. It looks like it has a little fat off the top. Let me see. Glistening on the top there. Yeah, there's like little fat globules. Ooh, this is probably my favorite one right now. Did I already say another one was my favorite one? This is really good. It's just spicy enough, like, because you know, we have all those carbo, you know, 2 times spicy, all those kind of things by, is it Samyang? I always want to say Samyang, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I have them up in this, covered up here. And they're just ridiculous spicy just to be spicy. That's how I see it. I'm like, there's no nuance in that flavor. It's just hot. And I probably already talked about that. This video is going on very long. But this is good. I don't know if it has a miso flavor. It's salty. It's yummy. It kind of tastes like their beef base flavored with that spice. Not even a little spice. It's a good amount, but not too much where it's just like, oh, this is horrible. I can't eat this. So I look forward to eating this. And let me try one of their little peppers for you because I keep forgetting to try these little like accent things, and then I think about it later. Let me see here. That's good. It's not as sweet as the other one I had in yesterday's Marchand bowl. Actually, I want to say even a little bit spicy. I'm not sure that's a red bell pepper. It might be a little bit of a spicier pepper. Anyway, alright, well I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Okay, on this kimchi one, my son was wanting to go ahead and eat it. So I just put the water in there. We're going to microwave it. Again, it had a flavor packet, you know, powder, and then it had some little pepper looking pieces in the other packet. So those are all in there. We're gonna put in the microwave for 3 minutes and they'll be right out. Okay, so we did only 2.5 minutes because my son likes the noodles a little firmer, but also I was gonna mention about this type, the noodles get really soft, like the whole time you're eating it, softer and softer until they're almost just like mush and not really fun to eat. So maybe that's a good idea to go a little less or eat them faster. But let's see here. Okay, so again, this is the kimchi. I don't even know if I mentioned that, but you guys saw the label there. Yeah, I mean, even that 2.5 minutes does pretty well. The water still has like a white kind of look to it, so obviously that means it didn't get to completely boiling, but there it is. And let's taste this here. That's pretty good. It tastes like their beef base, with just kind of a spiciness to it. Not too overly spicy. It's spicier than the spicy miso, but... And then the noodles, I'm assuming, are basically the same. Like, oh, keep eating it. My son's watching me eat his lunch. Okay, they're still a little bit hard. But that'll be fine as long as you're eating it. Okay. And again, noodles have more flavor than like the noodles that come in these things. Okay guys, we're almost there. I already took the wrapper off because, oh my gosh, I find these, even when I have two hands, they're so hard to like get your fingers into it. I cut it with a knife and everything. But this is a Sukiyaki Ramen, and Sukiyaki usually has several different flavors, so I'm curious to see, or you know what I'm saying, the ingredients in there. What this tastes like. It says beef flavor, so that should help a little bit there. I always set it on the top too. And my neighbor has, you know, his yard guy out there. So this again is the flavor packet. It's usually the, you know, base, the soup base, and then, you know, maybe some green onion chopped up in there. Maybe this one's a little bit different. This one has all the different little bits. It looks like carrot, cabbage, I don't know, some other fun things in there. Probably the little beef bits is what it looks like. So basically I'm going to open these packets up, put them in there. You know what? I'm going to put you guys to the side here. Maybe I can do that right now, because that way you can see. And I'll tell you how it kind of smells and all that. I don't know. I only say that because a lot of reviews on Amazon for different soups are like, oh, I couldn't stand the smell, or oh, this is that. So I just want to, you know, just in case. This does smell funky, but not bad. It just smells different. Maybe like beef bouillon, you know what I'm saying, has a little funky smell. And then let me get my hot water. Oh, I should have just left this here. Sorry, guys. This is great filming. Some of my best. Hold on. It's boiling water. I'm gonna put boiling water in this one. My son likes to microwave it, so whatever you like. I am gonna add a little extra water, because like I said, these noodles really suck up the liquid, so just a little extra water. Oopsie. And I have some hard-boiled eggs I'll be adding, even though that might be weird, but I usually like to add a hard-boiled egg to like my beef ramen and stuff, so I don't know. I'll throw it in there whenever it's almost ready. I did want to show you, this is what I was talking about, like the different flavors of this. It is samyang. You know, I always like samyang because I used to always buy their, actually that's Hung Shim, isn't it? The Shin Bowls. I can't remember the name of the brand right now, but I used to always get these kind of noodles. So anyway, so now they've gone wild and made all kinds of noodles, right? So we have all these. So if you have an H Mart or a local Asian market, go check it out. 'Cause you might, I got buy them in packs like this. That's what's left of that one. So we have the hot chicken jajang flavor, carbo. I always thought it was funny, like carbo, what does that mean? But I saw a video, I think, what's that girl's name? Ellie? No. I want to say, that sounds weird. But anyway, she had mentioned that it's supposed to be like a chicken, like carbonara flavor. I'm like, carbonara? So I don't know where they got that from, but I guess because of the tomato base, little chicken, a little cheese, I don't know. It's good. Like these, I like them. My kids didn't like it. And then also like to get H Mart noodles like this. This is just the ramen noodle, just the noodle discs, no flavor, and you just make your own soup base or whatever you want, or throw these into something, or just cook them up and add however you want to use them. So it's kind of cool, and these are only like $3 for this. I don't know how many discs are in here. I would say probably 18, maybe 20. So make sure to check out your local markets, guys. And look at this one, the curry flavor, which is super spicy, and my kids do not prefer this one, so they really like the carbo one. That's the one I buy most of the time. But good stuff. So anyway, let's try out this sukiyaki flavor of the Maruchan Taste of Asia, and just go. Guys, I'm kind of bummed out. We only have the chicken tortilla left to do, and this is a lot of flavors. Oh, I also want to mention I went to Costco yesterday, and they are carrying this Asia. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Tainan style noodle with original sauce pack, and I didn't know what to expect, and it says it's Taiwan's, you know, most, you know, best-selling ramen. I think they're like $8. There's 10 packs in here, and they are super good, but they basically just taste like maybe a little soy sauce, but mostly like a sesame flavor. So very sesame There's nothing to them. They're, you know, this green onion you see is fresh green onion they threw on there. There's nothing in the pack. It's just flavoring, and they're a dry noodle. So you boil the noodle, you drain it, and then you just add in the seasoning packet, which is like a liquid. Really smells like soy sauce. And that's it. You just mix it up and you eat them. So this definitely, you need to have some chicken or some kind of protein with it, because it's not saying, oh, just because this has little chips of, you know, vegetables and stuff in it. It just is interesting. So there's nothing to it. I think it's a great side dish, but you definitely have to add something to it. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this. I do have my hard-boiled egg. Let me just make this. I know I've told you guys some other recipes just off the bat here. I have my little egg. Hard-boiled eggs are super easy. Now, you can do it soft boil or whatever, but all you do when you hard-boil eggs, just put your eggs in a pot, put enough water to cover the eggs, cover it. Add a little salt. I always add a little salt because that kind of helps with the heating, but just a little bit, like less than a teaspoon, just a little salt. And then cover it and put it on your stove and turn your stove on to, you know, high heat, and set your timer for 15 minutes. So from when it's cold water to when it boils, at the 15 minutes, I'm not saying boil it for 15 minutes. I said turn it on, set your timer for 15 minutes, and then turn it off, drain your hot water, your boiling water, add a little cold water over the eggs just to, you know, kind of stop them from cooking, and you're going to have a perfect hard-boiled egg. Okay, that's it. I don't know why whenever they sell these things, they're like, oh, it's so hard. No, so put it, again, cold water, you know what I'm saying, just from the faucet on top of your eggs, just enough to cover it, a little salt, cover it, turn it on high heat, set your timer to 15 minutes, at the end of 15 minutes, turn it off. That's it. My husband likes to boil the water. I don't know what he does, but that's silly. All right, so let's just give this a taste. So again, it has lots of little veggie bits and everything in there. It's just nice. And I'm usually cut up my egg, but it's not gonna look pretty, so I'm just gonna put that in there right now, just like that. And let's taste this broth. Okay, so it tastes just like their beef, not salty. This is much less salty flavoring. I don't know, I do taste a lot of veggie. You know, I don't know if it's from these little flakes or the flavor of the sauce itself. Not super beefy. It's kind of interesting. I'm probably going to add some soy sauce to it, to be honest, because it's not very salty. And let's try this noodle. And I'm going to throw some soy sauce in there, I'm not going to lie, because this is a little bit bland. I do like these noodles. Now, with the other noodles already have a little flavor on them, these don't really have much flavor on them. It didn't seem like it sucked it up, but again, it's not very salty, so maybe that's why. So I'm going to add some soy sauce. Maybe a little sriracha, but this is not my favorite. It's too bland. It's too basic. All right, well, tomorrow we'll try chicken tortilla, and I'll hopefully upload this video. Okay, guys, we're at the end of the video. Thanks for hanging in there if you're still here. Chicken tortilla flavor, and it says hot and spicy. I didn't notice that, so let's see. It looks like it has corn. It has chile. It smells really good. It smells like bouillon, but it also has just like a nice odor. So let me get this boiling water in here. Again, I'll let it sit for 3 minutes or so, and then we'll try it out. Just like I've been doing. So we'll be right back. All right, guys. It's been a long road. Let's get this going here. All right. It smells a little spicy already. It looks like it has some chunks and maybe chicken. I don't know, but it's darker brown color, so usually that's like the beef ones, but here we go. Again, soup gets a little bit bubbly. It doesn't look very nice and clear like the other, you know, miso and those selections, but let's see here. Okay, it's spicy right away. Not super spicy, not like a shin cup or shin bowl or anything like that. But it has a little spice, kind of hits you in the back of the throat. So there's that. It tastes like they're, I don't know, it tastes a little roastier than their regular chicken one, but with a little tiny spice, actually. Let's see here. And the noodle tastes a little saltier than usual, so that's good. Oh, I was going to tell you guys that yakitori flavor, what was it that we had yesterday? I couldn't even eat it. It was so gross. It was like, after you start eating it more and more, It had like a sweet flavor that kind of hits you also in the back of the throat and just was like sweet. I don't know how to explain it. It was not good. Do not recommend it, but who knows, if you like those flavors, then maybe you like it, but it was kind of gross. This is yummy. I would like that because it's a little bit spicy, not too spicy. I'm sure my daughter would even eat it. This is actually taking me a few weeks to film because, you know, we don't eat this stuff every day and you shouldn't. But even if you do, more power to you. Yummy stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.